Yo, what is up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Big Four podcast. My name is Luke Spring. I'm with your usual Brian, Nick, and Andrew. How you guys doing tonight?
Terrific.
All right. Excited for the
Groovy
snow.
smoothie. Oh, yes. Go snow.
Groovy smoothie? That's a new one. I haven't heard that one
Hey,
before.
Kylie's coming back.
Oh, is that an iCarly thing?
Groovy smoothie.
Come on,
Oh,
dude.
sorry. I didn't watch that much.
I don't know
I
why.
was banned. I was banned from children's shows. My mom didn't let me watch SpongeBob until I was 9 or 10 because she said it was inappropriate. But that's besides the fact. So I was stuck watching The Wiggles and Yo Gabba Gabba until I was 8 or 9. So that was not.
Our
great.
manager does a great job, though.
Your manager?
The Big Force manager.
Yes.
Oh, Matt. Right, she doesn't listen to our episodes anymore. But yeah, we're number 2 source for all things sports. If you know, you know. Go follow us on Instagram and Twitter at the Big Four _podcast if you would like. I'm not going to threaten this time, even though threatening hasn't worked in the past. So I'll try being nice this time. But yeah, full schedule of NFL games wrapped up yesterday. Only 3 more weeks in the season, and then it's playoff time.
It's crazy.
The Patriots had a rough game on Thursday, which we haven't gotten to yet because we haven't had a podcast.
Rough, like a dog.
Night.
Rough.
That was tough one for Brian and Nick, Brian and Andrew. Sorry, Nick picked the Rams.
I wanted to make sure to correct that. I don't want Nick to get any more.
But
get rashed on more than he already does, so I'll take the blame.
It's not fair the amount of times I get rashed on in this podcast.
That was a poop
I'm taking
show.
the fall, Nick. Okay, be appreciative. It's not happening again.
One of these days, I'm just gonna have a Nick Parker roast session. That's gonna be our podcast. 40 minutes of me just roasting all three.
Boom, roasted. But yeah, that was a trash game.
Dude, Cam Newton.
Suck.
Okay, Nick, I feel like you're kind of all over the place.
Brian, if you admit Benintendi sucks, I'll admit Cam Newton sucks.
What does that have to do with anything?
Because I want you to admit that Benintendi sucks because he sucks.
Benintendi has underperformed and hasn't lived up to his potential.
Benintendi sucks, I will say Cameron Newton sucks. Other than that, Cam doesn't suck. He's just been below average.
Oh, he's 29th in the NFL, actually.
I need you to say Andrew Benintendi sucks, and then I will say Cam Newton
He
sucks.
sucked last year because he played
Say
10
the
games.
sentence.
He has potential.
I don't think he
sucks
yet.
yet.
It's not
I don't think he
comparable.
sucks yet.
Benny played 10 games last season. It's not comparable.
He hasn't. He's 24.
Cam Newton.
Whether
still got a
Brian,
chance to lead this team to a
Brian
playoff.
says it or not, Cam Newton sucks.
He sucks.
I don't think he
awful.
Sucks.
He shouldn't even get a contract in the returning XFL.
So
he's so bad.
I said that Cam Newton wasn't living up to his potential because he wasn't put in good situations. I said that he was put in a good situation against the Chargers, and then I realized that they tried to put him in every situation possible against the Rams, and he failed every single one. Therefore, Cameron Newton sucks.
He's awful. And if you think about it, against the Chargers, he only was responsible for 21 points.
He is 6-6 as a starter. He's not 6-7.
Oh, really, Nick? That's so cool.
500 this year, Cam Newton. I don't think he sucks.
He's
better
awful.
than the entire NFC East.
He is.
That's a better
awful.
record than the entire NFC East.
He is awful.
Yeah, but the entire NFC East is awful. We're not saying that they're good. Oh, the football team, they have 6 wins. They're awesome. No, their defense is pretty good.
Chase Young is kind of awesome.
We have the same record as the Washington football team. The Washington football team would curb stomp the Patriots. Curb stomp the Patriots.
Stomp. I've never heard that term before. Curb stomp.
They would stomp the curb. Nick.
Curb stomp. That's great.
When the Patriots go down double digits this weekend in the first half against the Dolphins, Jarrett Stidham will be the quarterback for the rest of the year, and it will be a beautiful thing just because the poor freaking kid, who knows if he's even good or not? We don't even know. He hasn't been given a chance to start a freaking football game.
I want to beat the Dolphins really badly, then lose the rest of the games in the year. I just want to beat the Dolphins. I don't like
Why?
We're
What's
losing
wrong
to the
with
Jets.
the Dolphins?
I kind of want to see the Dolphins make the playoffs.
Yeah.
I could care less if they lose the Dolphins. Sure, let them.
I hope we
lose
lose
the
out,
Dolphins.
honestly.
I don't know what I want. I want them to win just because I'm a fan, but
I want them to win, but if they lose, I'm going to be like, good. Perfect.
Well, they've put themselves in a terrible situation
Yep.
because whether they win or lose, they're
They're gonna
not
go
going to get a
8-8.
top 10 pick. So they're just going to be a middle of the road team, but they're also not going to make the playoffs. So they're just in a terrible situation. But
There's still technically a chance if they win.
Everything has gone right. Everything has gone right. If Baltimore
All-
loses tonight, everything worked that we needed to. It just sucks that we lost because if we won last week and everybody we needed to lose loses, then we would have.
How we lose the goddamn Broncos?
Because
Okay, Nick.
Freaking Newton sucks.
Wasn't he 3
He's
for
coming
9
off
with
of
3 picks
Corona.
that game
He
or
was
something
really
like that?
bad. He was bad. The Broncos didn't even
3
score a
for 9?
touchdown, and we lost to them.
no, that's so funny. 18 points all on field goals.
It was.
He
It
rushed
was.
for a touchdown.
It was. It was one of Cam's classic. Let's
I
drive
think
down
he
to the
was.
red
I
zone
think.
and
I
not do
think he
anything.
had as many picks as he did completions.
Completions.
Oh no, he had 2 picks. Why did I think he had 3? He might have had 3 turnovers. He might
sucks.
have fumbled the ball.
How many passes did he
Probably.
complete? What was his?
I don't know. He had 2 picks. He was. Let's see, Denver. Oh, he was 17 for 25. Why did I think he was 3 for 9? Oh no, that was the same. That was the Sam. That was the Sam Fran. That was the Sam Fran game. The Sam Fran game, he threw 3 picks but completed 9 passes. So he
Yeah.
threw 9 completions and 3 interceptions. So he threw a third of his completions for interceptions or whatever. Whatever, doesn't
Math.
matter. Math. Yeah,
He's not good.
you know what I mean.
Yeah. But do you know who else is not good? The Pittsburgh Steelers.
Facts.
Facts.
They actually stink.
They
Yeah.
do.
I have
stink.
Do you know why?
I have
They
faith
should have lost
Pittsburgh
their
could
last
turn
5.
around.
Yeah.
They
I
had
think
4
they're-
games in 19 days, or 4
Yes.
games in. They had 4 games in 19 days. They're depleted. They're playing the toughest part of their schedule.
Yeah.
Kind guys though. Eric
uh,
Ebron congratulated
Toughest
Josh
part of their
Allen.
schedule?
That was so weird.
Wow.
It sounded
Cowboys,
so sarcastic.
Cowboys, Ravens, Washington, Buffalo. I wouldn't say is the toughest part of their schedule.
But-
They have an easy schedule.
Well,
The
yeah.
whole, their schedule.
Their
They had an easy
entire
schedule. This is
schedule
the
is-
toughest part
Their
of
first
Still
round
playing-
This is the
exit,
toughest
whoever
part
they
of their
play,
schedule, and
The
they had
toughest part of their schedule was because they put the Bills. That's
they
it.
had this toughest part of their schedule, and they played 4 games in 19 days. I'm just saying they could turn it around. They could easily turn it around.
Turn it around.
Also,
first round
the
exit.
drops.
Whoever
They
they play in the
can't-
first round, they lose.
The drops are terrible.
They're
Yeah.
such a
Their
one-dimensional
number one
offense.
receiver
They really
played
are.
49%
I
of
think
snaps
it's-
because he
I
dropped
think
his
it was
first 2
like-
targets.
145 rushing yards in the last 4 games.
They can't run the ball. They don't run play action.
Yeah.
Big Ben can't move. All they do
Big
is
Ben's not
rely.
a threat. Why would they don't have a threat in the backfield? Big
They're
Ben's
just
not a threat.
they're simply so one-dimensional that I think
Yeah.
they're.
They got a good receiving core. They just can't. They just don't. And the great defense.
Yeah,
they
but
just need a quarterback.
So I think that this year's Steelers team is starting to turn into the last year's Baltimore
Patriots.
Ravens
More
team.
Patriots.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna say
Well,
I'm gonna say
Patriots-
the no. I'm gonna say
Patriots
the
were depleted by
Patriots
injuries
defense-
and sexual
No,
assaults and
I'm gonna
steroids.
no Nick. I'm gonna picture them as last year's Ravens simply because
As
it was
dancing
this.
clowns on the field.
No, you idiot. No, it's because they're a one-dimensional offense, and you could see last night. Their entire offense is just short passes. That's what they do. The Buffalo defense just destroyed that entire plan. They were reading all the routes, got a pick 6 off a nice short route. It's the same thing as the Ravens. The Ravens were one-dimensional last year. They're one-dimensional this year. They can't really do a whole lot, and now teams are starting to figure out and beat them. They're an
That's-
easy offense to figure out. It just took some time to actually
That's why I think
beat them.
once if
Well, it's because James Conner had like a career year a year or 2 ago,
James Conner's terrible.
and then Benny Snell played well towards the end of the year when Conner got hurt last year. So now everyone's like, "Oh, Pittsburgh's got this great backfield. They got 2 good running backs, and they got all these wide receivers, and Big Ben's still Big Ben. So the entire offense is dangerous. Now, teams are game planning to stop the run that doesn't exist, and it's all smoke and mirrors.
They don't have.
So
to
that's why they
stop-
were good to
They
start.
don't have to stop the run anymore
Right, exactly.
because
Hunter rushed
they-
for 10 for 18.
their
Seriously,
offense
10 for 18.
is too simplistic.
What I think so for the future of the AFC, it's Kansas City's kind of there for a long time, for at least until
For
the
the
near
next
future.
15 years.
Pittsburgh is probably you don't know what happens there with Big Ben being 39 and he's
38. something like
38.
that.
He's like he breaks down at some point every year.
Yeah.
So the fact that he's made it through this whole year is shocking. Baltimore, I don't like their situation. Miami, so you would almost say it's Kansas City, Buffalo, and Tennessee I would say those are the 3 teams for the next 5 years that are in the best shape, and I think Tennessee's second in that list just because they have a really good running game and a pretty good passing game and a decent defense.
So you guys have nonstop. I've said it too, nonstop, that the Bills are frauds.
I'm taking that one back. The Bills.
I'm
Bills are
taking that
impressive.
back as
Me
well.
too.
The
They were
Bills are
frauds
looking
early on.
really good.
They won
And-
some games early on that like they were really close and that they underperformed and they got bailed out against the Rams, blown 20-3 lead. They got lucky against Miami. They played.
Then
bad
you look
against
at Miami and the Rams. They're both two of the better teams. Well, Miami
I know.
is
Well,
going to make the playoffs, and then the
right now,
Rams are like the third best team in the NFC.
At the time of those games, both those teams weren't as good as they are. And Buffalo they should be 11-2.
They almost
D-Hop
lost to the Jets.
is an absolute bucket. Otherwise, they're 11-2.
Josh Allen has been looking really good. I mean, Stephon Diggs.
Beast.
Ridiculous.
Josh Allen looks fat. I don't know why.
Josh
Every time I
Allen- I
look
don't
at his
think it's
face,
Josh
he looks
Allen.
fat.
It's because he has a round face. He's not fat. He just has
He's
a
also
round
like
face.
6'8". So he's
Yeah.
he's like a what's a larger basketball player who's like that height?
6'8", probably. Well, Jason Tatum last year.
Yeah, apparently now
The
he's 6'10".
greatest tweet
Like,
of all time is Jason Tatum. What do you mean? I've been 19 for 4 years. I'm still growing.
I'm still growing.
Facts.
I'm still 19. Oh, that was so funny.
Guy's
That's
a bucket.
awesome. Yeah.
MVP 2022.
2022. I
2022.
can see that. I feel like the only reason why he wouldn't win an MVP is because of Jaylen Brown. And it's not because Jaylen Brown's going to win, but it's just because Jaylen Brown is also going to be an all-star, and I feel like it's difficult to give an MVP to when you have 2 really good players on your team. And I feel like that's what was holding LeBron back last year is because he had Anthony Davis. So,
Yeah.
Who knows?
But moving back to football, usually we do. I know this is off script, whatever, it doesn't matter. But we do clown bag later. But I just want to do it and get it out of the way right now because we're on football and on the topic. So this week, clown bag of the week, presented by no one. All
Nobody.
NFL kickers ever in existence. Bad day for NFL kickers yesterday is basically what we're trying to say. First off, Sergio Castillo for the Jets, 1 for 4, and the one hit kick he did make was the farthest attempt. He missed from 37. He missed from 37, 41, and 43, but sunk a 45-yarder on the opening drive. And then the classic Eagles, Jake Elliott doinking one off the left post. 22 yards
Snap
out.
hook.
22 yards.
22 yards.
Jesus.
Snap hook.
That was
22 yards.
It looked like a golf shot. It looked like a golf shot.
In college, I understand it. The hashes are really wide in college, so yes,
Yeah.
you could. In the NFL, you are
set up dead
lined
center too.
You
He
are
set up
lined
dead center
Why
too.
is
I don't
that
think they
the
were on a
case?
hash.
In college,
Why-
goalposts are a little bit wider and the hashes are a lot wider. I don't know.
Yeah, it's
tell you.
weird.
I feel like having the hashes wider would make it present more of a difficulty. Because like when you go to set up to a ball at the line of scrimmage on
No,
offense,
that's what Brian was saying. Brian was saying how he gets that people could miss that.
I don't get it. I feel like it should be. I don't know. I just feel like
It should be
having
easier
the-
for college and harder for the pros.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it's because of the
The
angle. If you're all the way on the left
Yeah.
hash, then the angle cuts away a
exactly.
ton. Of,
It's like a rugby
No,
kick.
you don't get what I'm saying. I'm saying call pros. The pros should be. The pros should
Easy.
be it's difficult to play. More difficult. The rules should make it more difficult to play in the NFL. I.e., it would make more sense in the NFL to have those hashes wider. More
Yes,
difficult to kick field goals.
That's what I'm. Yeah, that's what I'm
close
saying.
together.
Because some college
Yeah, but
kicks
instead they're farther
it's
apart,
just
so
like
I'm
you're
confused
kicking.
why
Like,
LSU
seems like
kicker
it's a weird
bucket
angle.
It would be
What did
more
the
of a
LSU
nuisance
kicker
if they're
do?
far apart.
drilled a
Both-
57-yarder.
oh yeah, and then he did the gator, and he did the
Yeah.
and then he did the gator celebration after.
Then the
That was
Florida
actually- I
guy
did see
had it
that.
from 54, looked like it was perfect, and then it just died out left.
yeah, but do you know why LSU was able to get in
Because the
position
lad
for that
decided
kick?
to chuck a shoe that Dan Mullen said was a football play. It was in his hand already.
What?
Yeah.
Someone
Mullen
threw a
said-
shoe?
he said it was a
Unsportsmanlike
football- yeah.
conduct, number 3, Florida, throwing
see
a
that,
cleat
Luke?
20 yards downfield.
No.
That was the call.
Florida was going to get off the field with like 2 minutes left. tie game to take the lead, and then on 3rd and 10, incomplete pass, guys like ripped an LSU, a Florida guy ripped an LSU player's shoe off and chucked it like 20 yards downfield.
That's sick.
Yeah, unsportsmanlike
Personal
conduct penalty.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on number 3, the Spooge.
No.
of
Who
the
is that? Who's
Florida
that?
defense.
Who's that? Holding. Offense
Jerome
number
Booger.
67.
Jerome Boger.
Dude, Jerome Booger, he was in the Philly game.
Offense, number
He's
77.
so-
He's
5-yard
always so
penalty,
confused. He's
replay,
like,
first down.
replay. 5 for 1.
No, you have to have a softer voice. It's like
down.
replay first
Foul
down.
stop. False start.
Stop,
Offense.
It
5-yard
was the
penalty,
onside kick that he got all
replay, first
confused
down.
Yeah.
when New Orleans kicked it. He was like,
Oh, by the way, both
foul,
offensive, both of the, it was the Lions and the Saints. Both onside kicks were so close to being recovered.
I know.
If you're the Saints, how do you not fall on that ball?
I know.
I think it was number 53 who had it. He just like one of those hands and knees, and the ball was just sitting under him. I'm like,
Yeah.
buddy, roll over and tuck it. Like,
It
what
was
are you doing?
literally, it was like
Like these guys,
6
it seems
inches
like
from
these
his
guys-
chest, and he didn't
It
get it.
seems like instead of like grabbing the football when it seems like whenever there's a loose ball, instead of like a normal person, grab it with your hands and fall on top of your hands. These
They, like,
guys literally jump.
dive
These
on
guys belly flop on the football and like expected to cover it up. Like it's ridiculous. Like they just belly flop on the ball, just whoop pops out the other end, and then it's
Yeah.
anyone's football again. It's like the smart guys actually pick it up with their 2 hands and then fall on it.
Yeah,
The other guys just
pick it
dive
up
on
and
it. They
tuck
just
and
jump on it.
curl.
Yeah, you're
Like
supposed
here,
to
let me just do
curl
a
up.
backflip on this football, cover it up. No one's gonna get it now.
It was literally uncanny. Both kickers set up the exact way. They both faked kicking to the right and then kicked to the left, and the ball basically did the same exact thing. And
Yeah.
both returning
They
teams
need to
got
change
it, but it was
the
basically
onside kick rule. It's so impossible
Yeah,
to get.
we
an
were
onside
watching
kick.
we were watching the game, and we were saying how the onside kick is just impossible now.
needs
And
to
then
be
there were
like
2 chances.
They should set
It
the
needs to
receiving.
be like a
they
4th
should-
and
they-
15 from the 35, and you
No,
have, if you
instead
get
here.
it.
What about this? How about this? Instead of an onside kick, you set the receiving team 5 more yards back than when they start. So they have to run and they have to chase after the football while it's rolling, as well as the kicking team. So it makes it a little bit more of an even play. You set the receiving
I
team
think
5
I
yards
think
back.
they should
so
do that. I'd
there's
say
15 yards between the kicking team and the receiving team. And then the ball's got to roll 10.
I would
Well, it
just
makes the
much
receiving team have to chase after the football too, instead of sit there and let the ball come to them.
I would just much rather not have the kicking team line up with the football. They should be given a running start like it used to be. It makes it so
Everyone
unfair.
That would be
overloaded, 10 guys
dangerous.
on the side and go. That's what
that would be
you overload the one
dangerous.
side. You kick the ball in the air. There's no rules that you could. Now you can't touch the guy before the ball crosses 10 yards. Then you could deck him. So you kick it up in the air. You have the 10 guys absolutely just end these guys' careers, and the ball falls and you get it. It should be you just line up at like your own 35, not your own, but like where you'd be kicking from, and have it be like a 4th and 15. And if you get the first down, you get the ball.
They also need to change it either back to 20 yards or maybe
Yes.
even
Oh yeah,
15
I hate the fair
for
catch
the.
at the freaking 25.
Can we get some kick returns, please? I mean, that's it would be so much more fun if there were kick
It seems like
returns.
this year, especially when anyone ever returns a kick, it seems like they find a hole and go for big yardage.
At this point, they should just eliminate the kickoff if it's going to be like that. Just
Yeah.
eliminate it from the game. You don't even need it.
No, I
Yeah.
know.
The 25.
Like
Plus,
the-
all guys cares about now. All fans care about. All guys care about now these days is stats. Anyways, so set the ball at the 80. More 5 more yards of stats there. More catches.
The
more.
80? What?
I
The
mean,
20.
The 20.
The
yeah,
20.
20 yards. Sorry. You know
But-
what I meant.
Not really,
just-
because I don't. There's no 80-yard
Oh.
line.
100 minus 80 is 20. So that was.
No, I
You knew what
know.
I meant, and
Yeah,
you're smart.
I got you now.
It's
But
not that I
just-
just messed up. Relax.
It's so stupid because not only so it used to be that you catch it, you just take a knee. Now they don't even make an effort to go catch the ball. They just let it. They just go like this. They let it fall into the end zone and
Or 8 yards out the back of the end zone, like most kicks are
Yeah.
now.
most
not even
kickers are just
chance.
kicking field goals. Like there was a couple
I
of them
think-
yesterday. I was just like, hey, it's good.
I think you got to return. I think the knee in the end zone's stupid. I think you got to return it no matter what.
And I hate that
Yeah.
in college you can fair catch a
The only way
kickoff. You
can
can catch
return,
at the 10-yard line and fair catch and get at the 25.
The only way
That's
you
so
can
Yeah, that's
return it is
weird.
the ball funnels out the back of the end zone.
That's so
That's the
Yeah.
only way you can't return it.
Yeah, move it back to the 2015 would be preferable because then you could guarantee almost if you take it out of the end zone, you're going to get past the 15. So then it would encourage.
It also makes kick. It also puts more pressure on the kickers. Like, hey, boot it. Like
Yeah.
seriously, give it the works. And then
True.
if they go and it makes the whole kickoff thing, especially when you're playing on outdoor stadiums, would you want to lose the kickoff and then you want to kick with the wind or kick into the wind?
Makes it more
everyone's gonna kick with the wind,
strategic.
so
It
you
makes
kick
the
off the touchback,
kickoff
you pin
more
at the
strategic.
15-yard line.
Yeah.
It makes kickers look it increases the importance of the kicking position too.
Yes.
The place kicker, kickoff specialist.
Agreed. Yeah, that's it. That's it for what we have for football. Nick, do you want to start your little shindig, your little
Yes, a little
thingamabobby?
shindig, a dig shin.
Yeah.
I'm calling it buy, sell, or hold. Trademark ESPN, name change pending. It's also presented by nobody, like this entire podcast and everything about it.
We'll figure it out.
Basically, I got 3 things to say. I'm going to ask you all, and I'm going to go last. Do you buy it? Meaning, yes, Nick. Obviously, this is going to happen. Sell it, Nick. You're crazy. Why would you even make this observation? Or hold? Whoa, Nick, chill out. We gotta wait. We gotta wait and see.
What's
So we're
what's
gonna be
the
selling a lot.
difference?
Gotta wait and see.
Wait,
What do you mean?
sell and hold sounded very.
Sell means no. Hold
Sell
means
you
maybe.
disagree. Hold
Okay.
means wait
You
and
got
see.
you got
Stuff could
very
change.
excited for hold. I thought hold was supposed to be like a just
I mean, what'd you
a
expect
hold.
hold to be? The same thing as sell?
no, but when you said hold, you're like whoa, yeah, just whatever.
Pump the
doesn't matter.
brakes.
Yeah, okay, you could say pump the brakes, not just go.
You want me to go or not?
Yes, go. Yes.
Please.
All right. Who wants to go first? Which one of the
I'll
3
go
of you?
first.
Andrew wants to go first. Buy, sell, or hold. Andrew, the Eagles rally behind Jalen Hurts, make the playoffs. They have Arizona, Dallas, and Washington to end the season. They could come down to week 17. What are your thoughts?
Huge seller. Absolutely not. As much as I do like Jalen Hurts, I just don't think that they're going to be able to. Philly still sucks. Yes, you
Right.
beat New Orleans. New Orleans was due for a loss. They look
true.
terrible. Sell.
That is true. Cue with the sell.
Okay,
Right.
my turn. Guaranteed sell. It's virtually impossible. They'd have to win out, and Washington would have to lose out, and I just don't see it happening.
Philly has what, 5?
Especially because they play
Philly has 4
4
wins.
wins. 4, 8, and 1.
Yeah.
Luke?
Yeah, I'm yeeting this bad Larry, this bad Jackson, because the Eagles play the Cardinals next week, so that's a guaranteed Elaruski in the record, and then they play Washington last game of the year, and I think that's a Elaruski as well in the record, so I don't think they're going to get to 6 wins at all.
Unless Arizona looks like they did against Detroit.
I'm going to tell myself to pump the brakes here and hold.
Oh,
You know
come
why?
on, Nick.
Because Washington plays Seattle next week.
Oh,
Think they're going to lose
they
that
lost to
one.
the Giants.
Jalen Hurts looked great against New Orleans. They got Arizona. That's gonna be tough. So it's all gonna be dependent. If Hurts shows that he can beat Arizona, I think he can beat Dallas, and it's all gonna come down to is Washington gonna beat Carolina. So I'm gonna pump the brakes. Maybe next week we gotta wait and see. It all depends on how Jalen Hurts looks against Arizona. All right. So we got 3 sells and a hold.
Philly's gonna lose to
Well,
Dallas.
no,
Philly's
actually,
fine.
I yeeted. I didn't sell. I yeeted.
That's not one of the
It's the same
options. We
thing.
can make it one. Name change pending. I could change it to Yeet.
I yeet.
But it's
I'm
they all kind
yeeting.
of gotta
Go
that
with
in
your
the
second
works.
one.
Philly's going to lose out. in
All
my
right, so
opinion.
Pittsburgh's coming off a loss against Buffalo. Cleveland plays tonight against Baltimore. Cleveland's sitting at 9-3. Pittsburgh is 11-2. They play each other week 17. Buy, sell, or hold. Andrew, the AFC North comes down to week 17.
I'm buying. I said this the whole time, and I said that Cleveland's going to win that game and the AFC North.
Fine.
Yes, it 100% will because
I said
Cleveland
hold.
will win. Bye. I mean, because Cleveland's gonna win tonight because they better score a touchdown. They're gonna beat the Giants. They're gonna beat the Jets. While Pittsburgh's gonna lose to the Colts, and they're gonna lose to Cleveland. So Pittsburgh's gonna have 4 losses.
Okay.
Sure. I'm investing in this one.
Chubb?
I think so.
Nicholas Chubb for 3. Or sorry. For 6.
Sure. It's gonna come down to that game probably, but just because, like everyone else said, unless the Steelers lose to the Bengals next week, but that's not going to happen. Actually, it could. The Steelers suck, but that's not going to happen. So, yeah, I think Week 17 is the game to watch. Ba-na-na-na-na-na.
Am hammering the bye on this one. Pittsburgh did not look good against Buffalo. Now, I said pre-podcast that Pittsburgh did play 4 games, 19 days. Wait to see. They might heat up. They clearly don't have. Mike Tomlin has lost faith in Deontay Johnson. He played 49% of the snaps. Their receiving core is starting to play. They're dropping passes left and right. They don't have a run game. And let's be honest here. Even without Odell, Cleveland's looking real good. Just defensively, they got to clean some stuff up, especially towards the end of the game. I think it will come down to Week 17. I'm hammering the bye on this one. We have a clean sweep for the byes, boys. And the third one. Buy, sell, or hold. Andrew Keene. Aaron Rodgers, 41 total touchdowns. To Mahomes is 37. Other stats in there as well. With Aaron Rodgers playing great and the Packers playing great, can Rodgers send them to his second Super Bowl appearance of his career?
I'm buying it. I think the Packers are the favorite. Obviously, they're the 1 seed. But even before that, they were the favorites out of the NFC, in my opinion. Aaron Rodgers, also, this is off topic, but doing a lot more with a lot less. Most interceptions, lowest interception to INT ratio. He will also win MVP.
This is always a tough one because New Orleans will lose in the wild card round because that's what they do. They'll find a way. Green Bay, I think, they're almost a guaranteed conference championship team every year, but they always lose. So,
but they haven't played in Green Bay.
That's always true. They're always on the road.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter though with fans, unless it's -20 and snowing, does it really matter?
Lambeau Field could easily be that way.
This is tough. It's so hard to say now.
We have a hold option.
I'm gonna hold it.
Okay. Looky.
For this one, I'm approaching a rotary and hitting the yield button on this one. I'm yielding into the rotary on this one.
And for all you out-of-staters, a roundabout.
Sorry, roundabout, rotary. Yeah, for those listeners.
We all have we have a
Canada.
ton of out-of-state listeners.
Yeah, those Pakistani listeners over there. But no, sorry. But yeah, I'm approaching the rotary, hitting the yield button. There are too many contenders in the NFC with the Saints, the Rams, the Seahawks, and maybe who knows the Bucks, although they're kind of sucking right now. So there are too many contenders. It's not the AFC, it's the Chiefs. There's no one really close to that. But then there's a bunch of teams in the NFC that are close to the Packers that could win on any given night. The Packers also don't have a tremendous defense either, so who knows? I'm approaching the yield sign on this one.
Name change has been changed by me to Yesh, actually Yesh, Yeet, or Yield. 3 Ys.
You're
Yesh,
welcome
Yeet,
for
Yield.
You're
That's
welcome for giving you 2 of those.
Luke
So
was
ESPN, get off our high horse. Get off our booty. Buy, sell, or hold is still your title.
Facts.
We're
Facts, whoever's
trademarking
working
Yesh,
at
Yeet, Yield.
Yeesh.
I am hammering the buy button again.
Wow.
Because I love
You mean the
Green Bay.
Yesh button?
You mean the Yesh button?
The Yesh button. I'm hammering the Yesh button 30 times in a row.
Yesh.
Because I think Green Bay has been looking fantastic lately. Rodgers on the revenge tour. He's playing
Revenge
with
tour.
authority.
What revenge tour?
No, revenge tour. They drafted Jordan Love. That's his revenge tour. He's pissed. He's
This
playing
isn't
with
the Packers'
attitude.
revenge tour.
So they're gonna lose to the Titans,
I
though.
love this. I love seeing the revenge tour. Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams, I think is one of, if not the best wide receiver quarterback connection this year so far. Run game's been all right. Defense has been a little bit shaky, but I think they can hold down the stretch. Hammer in the buy button. That was it for buy, sell,
The
or hold.
Yesh button, you moron. You're the one who came up with it. Up, Nick's frozen. Nick is frozen. Honey, where is my super suit? He's frozen. Let it go. Let it go.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you were frozen because you have frickin' Arby's Wi-Fi.
Did you hear me the entire time though?
I heard, and then can you hear me? That's what I heard.
Okay. Well, am I good now?
Yeah,
Yes.
you're good.
I already forgot what I was gonna say, so just and let's do the outro. Say goodbye
Okay.
to our loyal fans, all 5 of them.
Okay. Final thoughts. Anyone?
Go Browns.
Go
I need
Browns.
Mark
Yeah.
Andrews to outscore Nick Chubb by 11.
Okay.
That's not
Chubb
gonna
already's
happen.
got 10.
Sorry. Repeat. Let me rephrase. Sorry. I need Nick Chubb to not get outscored. I need Mark Andrews to not get outscored by Nick Chubb by 11.
Well,
There we go.
that's in the bag.
Very different.
I phrased it the wrong way.
So different. Chubb can easily have 20. And Andrews could easily
Yeah,
put up
I know.
9.
I said I phrased it the wrong way. I also need Lamar Jackson to have himself a day.
He won't
I need
do
a
that
lot to
'cause
happen today to win my
He's
fantasy.
bottom 5 in the league, in my opinion.
Round 1 of the playoffs. Hey, by the way, if you feel like it, tweet us your fantasy football playoff status. We'll give you a like on Twitter. You know why? Because we're nice guys. We're really nice
We
guys.
appreciate
I will give you
our
a like on
fans.
Twitter. I will give you a like on Twitter because I run the Twitter.
We appreciate our
but I have
fans.
access
To everybody
to it. I
listening,
can
thank
give
you.
them
We
a real life.
appreciate
Andrew
you.
has access to it.
I
Okay.
prefer if Luke maintains
We
tweeter of
appreciate
the
you.
group.
Yeah, my Twitter's fire. Twitter's fired. Go check it out. But if
Check us out on
Actually,
Podbean.
Also-
leave a like, please.
yeah, leave a like. Also, you deserve like a certificate if you made it past this all the way to this point in the
Episode
podcast.
31,
31?
including,
Wow.
I think, 7 fifth quarters.
7 fifth. Oh yeah, whatever. Doesn't matter. Nick is frozen on the screen, so it's a perfect time to end it. Thank you guys for listening. See you next time.